Here's the beauty of AEW's Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament and Blind Eliminator Tag Team concept as a whole. It allows their creative, it allows their fans, it allows their form of entertainment to revisit old rivalries, old partnerships, create new friendships, new rivalries, all in a matter of weeks, all in a tournament style based competition, which is something that most hardcore pro wrestling fans love. Specifically, that's mostly AEW's audience. Most of their viewership is conformed of just pro wrestling fans, IWC fans, who stick around, watch the show week in, week out, no matter what. So with that said, that's why we got pairings like Swerve and Keith Lee, which again, this has been going on for almost a year at this point. And much like with WWE's Edge versus Finn Balor storyline, I wish that they would just stop. I wish that they would just put it to bed, maybe revisit it a year, 2 years, 3 years down the line. But for now, keep them apart. And obviously, that tag team pairing did not work because they are not in tonight's semifinals matches. Now this tournament, the winner of this tournament is going to get a tag team title shot against FTR. And number one, whoever wins this tournament, I don't think is going to become tag team champion because it defeats the purpose of AEW's tag team division, which for years has been one of the absolute best, one of the strongest points of AEW. You got FTR in there. You got the Guns. You got the Acclaimed. You already have tag teams in there that have become tag team champions in the past that can run that division, that can actually put up a great fight. So to me, this entire concept of the winner getting a tag title shot, it's just to feed somebody else to FTR as champions and eventually lead to a better feud down the line. The whole concept of this tournament of the blind eliminator tag teams is to create tension between Adam Cole, Bebe, and MJF for the World Heavyweight Championship, which they are doing perfectly, and to just pure entertainment value week in and week out. Do I think that they're going to win this whole thing? I don't think they will. I don't think they will. They might. I mean, for all intents and purposes, for all I know, Adam Cole and MJF might win this tournament, the whole thing, go on to challenge FTR, and then MJF in the middle of the match turns on Adam Cole during that match, setting up their world title match at All In. That's the next pay-per-view, right? Yeah. So, anything can happen. Again, the unpredictability. You put these two together, these two who have been feuding with each other. The rivalry was starting to brew up, and now they're stuck together in a tag team. They're trying to make it work, mostly MJF. Love that part. But again, it adds to the concept. Then you have guys like Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy, two baby faces. But here's the thing. Orange Cassidy is right now one of, if not the longest reigning champion in All Elite Wrestling. He is the international champion. Every single time he goes out there and he defends the title, he always wins. He always comes out and survives by the skin of his teeth. But that might change because now he's got Darby Allin to look behind his back from. Because you damn well know Darby Allin is looking at that international championship and saying that I can take that title from Orange Cassidy. They're both baby faces. So at this point, it's just a matter of respect. It's just a matter of sportsmanship. You have the title, I want the title, and it's a match, quote-unquote, made in heaven, because if you want me to care, at least this is my personal point of view, I know a lot of you fans out there love Orange Cassidy's current international title reign. I kind of fell off a long time ago because it's just been going nowhere. They've been treating that title like the TV championship, which, in my opinion, that title is a TNT title. But again, booking, creative decisions, out of my control. But if you want me to care about that championship again, look no further than to put Darby Allin in title contention and have him actually take the title off of Orange Cassidy. That's a perfect idea, in my opinion. Then you got the team of Sammy Guevara and Danny Garcia. JAS. For now. Sammy Guevara, he teased it a few weeks back. He might not want to be a part of the Jericho Appreciation Society anymore. He might not want to be in any kind of business with Chris Jericho at this point in his career. And they're trying so hard to turn him into a babyface, which is pretty difficult at this moment in time because the crowd just loves to hate him. They just love to hate him and his perfect pairing, his perfect wife, and Ty Conti. They just don't relate to that, which is why they get booed, which is why they've been getting booed for the past few years. But again, the whole tension between these two men, something goes south between their upcoming tag team eliminator match against Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy. Guess who Chris Jericho and Danny Garcia is going to blame? Sammy Guevara. Again, another step into storytelling, which is what these concepts are for. They can't just be pro wrestling for pro wrestling. We're trying to tell stories here. And once that goes south, which I believe it might go south tonight, Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara and the JAS will have beef for the next few weeks, for the next few months, going into All Out, possibly All In, All Out, that entire weekend in August and September. Again, building up that concept and placing it as a foundation for even more of a story to tell. And then finally, we've got a tag team who I think should win this Eliminator tag team. The absolute powerhouse, the beasts themselves, the machines, Brian Cage and Big Bill. Now that is a tag team that can actually put fear in the eyes of FTR because they are not a partnership that has been going on for years. Absolutely not. But when you put two combustible chemicals together, like Brian Cage and like Big Bill, it might blow up, and it might blow up in FTR's face. Again, I don't think whoever walks out of this tournament as the winner is going to become tag team champion. I don't think they're going to have FTR lose to, in this case, Big Bill and Brian Cage. But I want to see that match. I want to see these two go at it. And for that to happen, for Big Bill and Brian Cage to get that tag team title shot against FTR, they have to beat Adam Cole and MJF tonight on Dynamite. Which means that whole friendship thing that's so entertaining at this point that they have going on, it has to be put to bed, which again, I'm not looking forward to that because it has just been gold. I mean, last week's just entrance alone, 2 minutes of some of the best entertainment I've seen in months from AEW. MJF just copying and being there and adding to Adam Cole Bebe's entrance, his birthday party celebration, all of it. Fantastic. So with that said, this entire blind eliminator tag team tournament is a fantastic concept for AEW to add to stories, create new stories, build new rivalries, visit old rivalries, all of that. So kudos to that with AEW. And if you follow me for quite some time, you know that as much as I love AEW, their storytelling, for the most part, is over, at least in my point of view, because they focus more on professional wrestling, and this Eliminator tournament is a step in the right direction from my point of view. But at this point, what are your thoughts about this entire concept? Who do you think is walking out, first of all, tonight's semifinal matches? I already said Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy on one side, Big Bill and Brian Cage on the other. That's going to be the finals in my opinion. But what do you think? Who do you think walks out into the final? And who do you think wins the entire thing to challenge FTR for the tag team titles in an upcoming weekly Dynamite or the pay-per-view? Who knows? With that said, leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section below. I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk. Tune in later on tonight to TBS for another episode of Dynamite, and I'll see you next time.